Golam or Chahio or anyone?
For now, not really. Maybe later, sir.
Oh, that means you are not practicing. The question basically students are asking who are going for practice. When you go for doing anything, you will face some problems. That will create your question.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Uh, I have a question, but I'll ask you later because I haven't opened my laptop yet.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's start. I have organized your uh, Java code in this way. Like I have created a project like is our course code, and within the course code, what are the topics that is my um, package? Like abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. This is the four pillars. Everything is will go inside this one. So within the inheritance, I have two packages. One is PMIS, another is SMIS. But it's shown is different. It should be fine if it is shown inside this inheritance, like the folder structure. But it seems like everything is okay. The inheritance dot PMIS then intern. Okay. If you open this inheritance to SMIS, like the student class, then even inheritance dot SMIS. Like dot means it's separated by different folders. This is the parent folders, then the child folders. This way you can go. Hmm. So I have organized this way. All the topics will be in the same project, so that at least you can also do it by yourself to organize your data, your code. Understand? Okay. Now I'm sharing my what is called static first. Oh, do you have any question on this keyword? Still now is open. Okay. I have a question to you. What is constructor chaining? Chaining constructor. Do you know? Anyone? Within this keyword, we used in three different ways, isn't it? This one is this pointing to the variable, this pointing to the method. Hmm? Even this is also a constructor. Within this constructor with parenthesis, with a blank parenthesis, no parameters, is called default constructor. With the parenthesis inside the parenthesis, if you declare any Any variables like parameters, they say parameters constructors. So through the constructor chaining is called from one constructor, you can call another constructor. So with that constructor, you can call another constructor also. This is called chaining of constructor. So what constructor we can call? I can call the depends on the number of parameters. Like I have 3 constructor. One is default constructor, there is no parameters, and second one is feel like the one parameter constructor, and the third one is 2 parameters constructor. So within the 2 constructors parameters, 2 parameters constructor, I can call one parameter constructor either, or I can call the default constructor using this keyword. Another is you can call chaining, like you can call from within the two parameter constructors. You can call one parameter constructors. Even in the one parameter constructors, you call the default constructors. So this way you can chain it. This is called constructor chaining. Okay. Then I'm going to the static keyword now. The static keyword in Java is used to memory management mainly. I told you that there is instance variable. Instance variable means the value of the variable is determined by each and every instance. That means each and every objects have a different value. Like I have 3 objects of a student class, like Golam, Sulaiman, then Nuri. 3 objects. So Golam has a different ID. That means the student class ID one is, and the Nuri has also the different ID. So that means the ID is determined or depends on the instance or object. But when I declare a static variable that is totally globally for each and every student, each and every objects of that class. So when you declare only static before any variable or any method, whatever like that, so that is specifically not for any objects. It is totally global for the class. So if you have multiple objects, like millions of objects you can create, but only those the static variable or a static method is totally global. Like you have also enjoyed the sunlight. I'm also enjoying sunlight, isn't it? So sun is a global thing. But you have your own name, I have my own name. So, but I have sun, you have also sun, but the sun is not for each and every one's property. So that is a global property. So when you want to declare this global property of for the each and every objects, you have to declare static. Like I told you, the university name, every student has the same university name because of the system is running in Al-Bukhari International University. So in Al-Bukhari International University, each and every student has the same university name. So why should I giving more space in memory for each and every object? For this only the same data. Understand my point? Anyone can tell me whether it is going through? Are you getting my point or not? I'm asking. Are you getting my point? Golam or Askal? Static can be changed, right? No, static cannot be changed through your object. Static is totally class level. This is called static or class level variable. There are three types of variable. One is instance variable, like each and every object has its own value. Another is static variable, is called a global variable. Its scope is for only for class. That means each and every object cannot change the value by himself. Even if you change one by one object, so everybody's value will be changed automatically because it's a global. So we can apply. So another variable is called the local variable. That is we know inside the function or methods, whatever we declare is a local variable in every languages. Okay. So apply the static keyword with variable, method, block, or nested class. So that means you can create a variable with a static keyword method also, and even some blocks. There is no name is there. The just anonymous block can be static. The static keyword belongs to the class, then the instance of the class. What is called? Static is belongs to the class. That means static is the property of the class, but not for the instance. Like instance means object, okay? So that means static is totally global, not instance scoped. So static can be variable, okay, use can be variable, method, block, or nested class. Okay, then for the variable, if you declare any variable static, it is known as static variable. So its name is static variable. You can call the class variable also, the synonym. So the static variable can be used to refer to common property and all objects which is not unique for each object. That is totally global. For example, a company name of the employee, the college name, or the university name of the students, everything is common to global for each and every instance of the student class. Then a static variable gets memory only once. That means static variable only have the one memory inside the RAM. But the instance variable, each and every object has different memory locations. That's why you can change, you can update in different locations, in different. But the static variable, as it is in the common place, so you can change once, everyone will share. So advantage of a static variable is call it makes a program memory efficient. Saves memory. Then this is an example for understanding without a static variable. I declared also for the university name like AIU. You can use that one also. Suppose there are 500 students in the college. Now all instance data member will get memory for each time when the object is created. That means 500 students object will create in the 500 memory location in the RAM, in your memory. That means within the RAM, like feel like the integer is 4 byte, the string name maybe 20, and the college name maybe 20. Okay, altogether the 44 bytes. So 44 bytes for each object. That means 500 into 44. Like I'm giving you 50 bytes, okay? So that you can multiply 50 bytes for 500 students. That means 25,000 byte you need to declare for 500 students. For each and every student has maybe the college name will be 20 bytes for each. So 20 bytes for 500 students, like almost almost how much? 20 into 5, 1,000 bytes for only for keeping the college name. So if you just declare the static, because it's a common, so it will only occupy the 20 bytes, nothing else. Okay. So this is the example. You can put the static keyword here and put the name. Just a static variable. You can specify the data here, just initializing the data, or you can go through the constructor also. Then when you declare, the main point is when you declare, this way you can declare, but when you call, you cannot put this variable, you cannot put this keyword. Now go to our example. Like I want to do static inside the root. static, but it's a keyword, so you cannot do that. Static, I put the class. Okay. One thing, and I don't want to create a new one. I will just use this student class. Okay. The university name will be private, then static. Now, private and static. What is the difference? You see, this is a problem. You cannot put this because this is an object. So you have to omit this one now because it's a global. But the thing is, the same variable name is a local variable as well as this is the class variable. So what I can do for notation that, okay, this is a class variable, you can call student, student dot, student, student dot. Now it's okay because this is the class variable or static variable, so it is being easily denoting by the class name, not this type object name. This is object, but it's the class name. So this way you can call. Okay, you see the same thing, you have to do it. Copy and paste. Okay, copy and okay, this is no problem. Now it's okay. So what's the basic difference? Basic difference in the memory, nothing else. Because this is university name is common to everyone. So one another thing, I can declare this static here like fixed because if I don't want to write again and again. Okay, so I can declare this static variable through like the initializing directly inside the variable declaration, or I can transfer the variable from the constructor. So understand. So if you declare, I'm just omitting this one so that you can put it public. You can call it from at least to see whether it is working or not. So when I declare this, okay, for aka dot university name, you see, if I want to put okay diu, what is the problem? Problem is called you cannot use this object because this is not an instance variable. This variable is a static. This variable is a class level. That's why you have to declare. What is that? You have to declare this student dot university name. You can call it. But the thing is, you see, when I declare it a diu, I use it u now just ium and aiu. But lastly, I just declare this one. So can you tell what will be the university name of Azkal and Eka? Anyone? I don't want to this one. Anyone? Yes. So that means Nuri errors. Oh, what is error? You have done it. No, not error because I can change, but it will be changed globally. So when I declare ASCII.toString, then if you feel like I want to call another for Eka, now run it. You see, ASCII has the university name DIU, and Eka also. Everybody is DIU now. So if I change once, everybody's will know. If the sun is set, nobody will see. Understand? Your sun will be also set. My sun will be also set. Isn't it? So it's a global. So understand, please. Pika, Nuri. So use static to make it global, is it? Okay, then you see what basically is going on in the, but when I call non-static, it's called non-access modifier. No, non-static or it's called, but then why is called non-access? Not non-access. I'm not telling the non-access. Non-access is a private. Understand from outside. Accessibility is defined by this private, protected, and public. Hmm? But static is a scope will be the global for class. It's a class level variable score. So what basically is going on when I declare a static variable? There is two memories in Java. One is stack memory, another is heap memory. So heap memory is basically, and another is class memory, class area. So the heap memory basically it occupies all the objects. Like I have two objects. One is Eka and another is Ascal. So Eka and Ascal has different memory location. But for the college, you see, for the college, it's a class area. So the college that can be shared to any students, any objects. So only the global area, that is class area, all the static variable value will be stored in the class area. And all the objects will be stored in the heap memory. Understand, Pika? Okay. Any question? Very short slides, so that you can grab it quickly. So what is the difference between public and static? Oh, public is access specifier. Accessibility, the public, I'm telling you, the property is public means everybody can get access, write and read. You can write on, this is a public property. And the static is the scope of whether it is instance scope or the class scope. That means global. Understand? You cannot instantiate, okay, for the static. But how I will call using class name dot this type of thing. Okay, thing is, if I declare in a static method here, then let me static it. Okay, get a student ID, no, university, just university name written it. This is static, static. Okay, static. And okay, and I can also put here for, it is better to denoting, okay, this one, okay, so that you will understand, okay, this is a static variable pointing from the class name, and all this should be the object name, object name dot this. Okay, so if you declare the static variable here also, static, so in that case, go to there. Even if I want to get like eka dot get university name, sorry, get university name, and I want to print it, sorry, I want to print it explicitly, but it's telling us that, okay, this is static. So how can you call? This way you can call. So nothing else, is simple. Just you have to think the how to call it, how to declare it. Nothing else. The object is not related to this static method. That's why you have to call it by using your class name. And the main point is, it's a global variable so that the memory management will be efficient. I don't use it's a common, as it is common value for each and every objects, I will declare a common place. Understand?
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
For this static keyword, we always using in string. It can be used in integer variable or
Anywhere.
Oh, okay, then.
Anywhere, nothing else, sir. Anywhere. So, okay. So this is a very simple way to use the static keyword using your variable and methods.
One more, sir. In one method, how many times I can use in static? Because in here you take three variable. One is integer student ID, student name, and university name. So for here you just use in university name. It can be used for three times for three variable for integer and also the last one.
Yeah, you can. It's no matter because of this, so which is that the program name is only for if I declare the CSC program name, that is only for the school related, okay, not all for business related students. That's why I didn't do it.
So
But if
what is the beneficial for a declaration? In here we declare in AIO, but suppose to when we are going to going to display, there we
hmm,
calling DIU. So why would then we will be declare in here AIU or any name?
like you can initialize this one, you can initialize any variable with any value, isn't it? So then you can change it anytime if you require,
Suppose
okay.
to they have like student, you said around 500 student,
Hmm.
so they're different university.
Hmm.
So if I not initiate in here, I mean supposed to I initiate in here AIO, but when I'm going to for 500 student showing the display in different university,
Hmm.
so that time how will be I differentiate them?
Oh
Yes.
no, that means multiple values cannot be used for this. Like the program. If I declare the static for program name, AIU has different program, not only the CSC. If differ, this AIU have BBA, AIU have education program. So you cannot put this for a static. The static will be for everyone. Will be, no? You will change your program name. That the education students will be the program name will be changed for those student also. So it's only for the global for each and everyone the same value. Understand?
Yes, sir, somehow.
Somehow that means you are asking for different university have different students, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in Malaysia, if you consider that your system will be used all over the country, all the university will use your systems. You cannot put a static there that time. In that time, you can create a country name. You can put the country, or I can put it here. The country is for the person, for the address, or you can put it here. Okay, private static string country. So you can also tell, okay, the country, if I use different country people, then how can I put it static? You cannot put it static that time. Understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
That means when you feel like it's a global total for your scope, for your system is for if it is all over the world, so you can put, okay, our address is the planet name is Earth. Okay, the Earth is global to anyone. Hmm? We have a moon, satellite name is moon, so the moon will be the global, not for each and every objects. Understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, I have a question.
Hmm.
Okay, let's say now you make a static string university. Before you do this, you already make like you print it with method, right?
Print with in a
Not
method.
with, yeah. I think it's below in the
This
last. No.
this one.
Uh, it's like two string. You use two string to print it out.
Oh yeah, the twisting. Yeah, and the twisting.
Yeah. So let's say how did you change? Do we need to change anything in that one? I mean, in that method?
Oh, if it is, because the university name is unique, because I'm not sending any variable here. That's why I didn't mention it here, but should be. It's auto generated. So just you can put this, or you cannot put this here. Okay, if you put this here, it will be a problem. But when you declare, okay, student dot, sorry, not okay, student capital. Student dot, it will be okay. Understand? Other than other variables should be this. You can put better. You can put this type of the notations. This. Even within the method, if you declare this method should be, you can put this also, because this is instance type. It's not a static. But if you want to get this university name, not here, okay. If you want to get this university name, get university name from here, get university name, you see. So you can put also the student dot get university name. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Can't? Is there any other question?
Not yet now, sir. That's all for me.
Okay. Okay. Then we can go the next topic, like the final. Let me open this one, the final keyword. What's my final keyword? Okay. By name is a final means you cannot do after that. Isn't it? Final means the end. So final keyword, if you put any final before any variable or any method, what basically it will open. The thing is, the final and the polymorphism, I need to talk on both sides. So final will be depends on the inheritance and also the polymorphism also. So before final, going to the final, I just want to go for polymorphism first. So polymorphism, what is polymorphism? I'm just opening the okay, this one. I'm showing. Polymorphism, poly means many, morph means formations, morphs. So polymorph means you have many formations. So there are two polymorphisms in object-oriented technology. One is called static polymorphism, another is dynamic or runtime polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphism. One is static polymorphism, another is dynamic polymorphism. What is static? Static means, the terminology you need to understand. The static means when you compile, that is static time. But the runtime means when you run the program. That means when you execute the program. So the polymorphism, there are two types of polymorphism. One is static, that is compile time polymorphism. Well, sometimes someone calls the static someone calls the compile time polymorphism, and for dynamic or someone calls early binding, like that. That means when you declare a variable like not variable, like a method, the same name with the same class or in your inherited classes, that time just you declare the same name with the same signatures, like the same name at the same number of parameters with combination that I have already told you one day. That is conflicted, that will be okay. The compiler will tell us, okay, no, you cannot put the same signature of the same method, like the 2 times, more than one. So this is a compile time, or this is called the early binding, or this is called the uh, what is called, this is compile time or the static time. Okay, it's called the static polymorphism. Another is dynamic polymorphism, when it will determine by when the program is run. When the program is run, that time it will determine which method will be used. So this is called runtime polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism or late binding, it's called. Okay, so there are 3 ways you can call the polymorphism, and there are 2 types of polymorphism. One is static and another is dynamic. So for static polymorphism, we call, basically we implement this function overloading or method overloading. That's why I'm just using this one, the method overloading. What is called method overloading? Yeah, I have already discussed on that, the method overloading with the same name but different signatures. So in class, multiple methods having the same name but in different parameters that you already know. It's known as method overloading. Okay, it's a very simple. If we have to perform only one operation having same name, of the methods increase the readability of the program. Because I don't want to remember so many names of the methods, so many methods and so many different names. That means you need to memorize. But the similar type of methods with different parameters, like I want to add some variables, I want to add some integer numbers. How many integer numbers you want to add? Maybe 2, 3, 4. So that means if you declare, okay, add 2 variables, add 3 variables, add 2 type of this, you should not. So add name should be a single name, but you can declare for multiple parameters set. That's why you need to put a same name. It's called method overloading, nothing else. Suppose we have to perform addition, so given the numbers, but 3 can be the number of arguments. You can write whatever, I'm just telling you that already. So we perform methods overloading to figure out the program quickly. Then I'm just showing you the number of arguments and data types. This is 2 ways you can differentiate the method name, the same name, but the problem with the arguments, the problem with the number of arguments, the type of arguments. Okay, so thing is, this is the add method. There are 2 parameters, and this is another add method. There is 3 parameters. So this is called method overloading. This is the way you can changing number of arguments that I have already discussed one day. So the number of parameters I'm changing, this way you can overload this method. Another one is changing the data type of the argument. The number of methods will be same, integer and it is number of methods is 2 numbers, and it's a number 2 numbers, 2 parameters, but in different types. So you can use that also. The two number of arguments will be the same, but the type of arguments will be different so that you can change. That means two ways you can do it. Why method overloading is not possible? Changing the return type method only. Like the return type, this is return type is integer and this return type is double. But the parameter signatures is same. Both two parameters and the type of parameters is all the same. But it's different is integer and double. It's a return type. It cannot be possible because when you call this one, how can you define which one is you call? Cannot be defined because if return 11 and 11, you can call 11 and 11, but what will be the outcome? It is an integer or the double. It's an ambiguity for the. So you cannot use different return type for this method overloading. So method overloading you can use only for different number of parameters as well as the different types of parameters. Understand or not? Pika? Naveed? Pika is smiling.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand or not? I'm talking about.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So why not you asking me? Why not you stopping me?
Later, I'm just try to get something, but I get something.
You get something but don't understand.
No, I'm not understand fully. I get something. Later, I will see the slides and I will study. Search from Google.
So it's from Google and you learn it.
Yes.
Sufyan? So we could say that the polymorphism in is classes that connects by inheritance. It is not only inheritance. I'm exampling in the same class, isn't it? Still, I'm not telling you the inheritance. Okay. So, I'm writing this example for you. Another student extends the person. So I want to declare a method MSG. I want to see whether the person has the image or not. No. Okay, work. Then a student can also work, isn't it? But it is super. Okay, I am declaring I'm not giving the protected, so that I just put it public. So that you can call anywhere else. So this is the work variable, the work method, and you want to declare the same method but different parameters. Same method but different parameters here. Okay. Using what? Using maybe the speed. I'm setting the speed. How much speed you can work. So this is a normal working. I'm not giving you anything. That means if you just go for work, and this is the speedy working. So you can set the work speed with this speed. Okay. With this speed, you can work speed on this. Okay. Chahiyo.
Sir,
Hmm.
at 10, some of us have a briefing for a community engagement project. So can we join that meeting?
In class time. In class time.
Yeah, it's actually outside the class, but we ask for your permission. Can we?
But what will be the replacement then?
No, it's only three of us.
Oh, three of you. The community meeting for your country community.
No, for the from the School of Education.
Who are they? You and?
Golam and Askal.
Me, sir.
Okay, then you should see the videos.
All right.
Okay,
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
welcome.
It's just only 1 hour. We can maybe join again, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. But for me, I think it can be.
Can be?
I mean, like,
Join both of you.
yeah,
It's okay. It's okay for you, Carl. It's okay.
All right,
But
all
not
right.
for me.
Okay. I see.
You are coming by 1 hour, okay?
Okay, inshallah.
Okay.
Assalamu
Wa alaikum salam. Naveed.
Yes, sir.
Oh. आजकल is so basically the same name methods with different parameters. Yeah, the method overloading is called the same name but with a different parameter set. That means it is uniquely identified that which method will be called. This method, if I call this method without parameters, you can call. If you call the same method with different parameters, you can call. So you see, the different parameters have different. You know, I can also call maybe another. Sorry, what is called? I can call another parameters like copy and paste. With see the same name and signatures is similar. That's why it's error. But if I want to change the in direction which direction you are walking, the speed and the direction. Okay, speed and direction you can call direction to this direction. So you can create multiple methods with the same name, but you have to make it uniqueness so that compiler will know, okay, what is the uniqueness of this. Okay, this method using no parameters, this method is one parameters, this method is two parameters. Even you can use this method like DOU double. See, it's okay. The speed is double. The data type, I'm just changing the data type. Even you can put in so many ways. Only double and integer. Okay. You can also say all this way. So this is called method overloading. Even if you want to call this method, but declare this method in your child class. Let me do it here. Okay. Let me do it here. Which one basically is this is called person can work. I'm talking about the student can work. Okay. Student can work this way. You can call it, but I'm just want to change in different way. It's int and this one will be double. It's also method overloading. Why? Because if I call this method from here, like if I call this method like eka dot, see so many work. Number one is sorry, no, WALK work. Okay, you see so many works. This first one is from person because of is inherited. The second one is one parameters work that is also in the person class. The work double then double is also person. The double integer is a person, but you see the integer and double, this method is inside the this method is inside the student class. Even this one integer, this also the person. Basically, it's a totally distinguished with different parameters and different classes, but all together we can call it the method overloading. So method overloading is not only within the class. Method overloading scope is within our inheritance also. The same name but different parameters. When it is aka.
Sir, can I see that code again?
Oh, okay.
There for the walk. There is. Can you show the preview for
Which
walk?
one?
For walk. There.
For work,
So if we add
I have in two classes. One is person class. I have work. Person can work. So many work method.
yes sir. So the integer speed and double direction is for the student, right?
This one, yes, two integer and double. Yeah, I declare is a student integer and double here in a student.
So let's say if I add integer speed and double direction in person, so which one will get
Yeah,
return?
that is a good question. Great, Aka. Great. I'm just expecting this. This one will be called like I'm declaring this one also here. Okay, and this is basically person. Person. Okay, person can work. The same signature. First integer, then double. Uh, Let me check which one basically went to WALK. You see, the integer and double is calling for student, not person. Why it is? It is why it is. Do you understand why it is? Because this is called overriding. My next slide will be there. The overriding. What I need to do for your understanding, I will put at the rate override. It means this is not overloading. There are two types of parameters and the two type of polymorphism. One is method overloading, another is method overriding. Like the method overloading is a static polymorphism, and the method overriding is a dynamic polymorphism. When it will call automatically, you will decide which one I need to call. Okay, the integer maybe 12, then like 45.5. So what basically it will call, you see now. Oh, what is the problem? Semicolon problem. Where is this one? I just omit this one, okay? Now, fine. You see, the student can work. So I will this omit. No, a student can work. So if I do it and 0.4, what will be called?
Person.
Yeah, person can work, isn't it? So when I just run it, it will declare, it will decide that which one basically I need to call. So this is a person, the student will call, because already the same signature in the person and the and the student. So it will not overloading, it will overriding. So I will discuss on this after this method overloading. So method overloading is scoped within the class, even outside the class is for the inheritance parent class also. Parent-child relationships also imposing the method overloading, the same name with a different signature, whether it is in the same class or is a parent class, no matter, it will be overloading. But if it is same signature, like the same name with the same parameters exactly same, that means it will call the overriding that will be decided on runtime, not in compile time. When it will run, the application will run, it will decide which one I need to call. Understand? So
So it will not error.
it's
It's
not
still
error.
working.
It's working because you see, for the student, for the student, I have the toString method, and it's automatically overridden. It's automatically overridden. Why? Because this toString method is coming from the object class. What is that object class? You see the toString method. If I go to this, open the declaration, like I want to go to the object class. You see, I want to add, this is the object. This is the object class you have. See the object. This is the super parent of the Java programming paradigm. So this is the super object. Everything will be the object in Java. So that's why the object is the super parent. That is like Adam alayhi salam. Every objects we are declaring, everything is coming from this super parent class. And you have also toString here. You see the toString, the hash code, get class, all the methods already declared. Where is the toString, the equals, clone, you can clone it. This is the toString. So it's already defined. That's why when I use this toString method, that's called overriding. So what basically I need to do, I also put this override to understand, okay, that means this method is not only for you, your parent also has. And understand? Your parent also has the same method, the same signatures. Exactly same. But why you use? Because of the better specifications. I'm not satisfied with my parent object, my parent method. So I need to do something change special, so that I just want to override these things. Parent, the super class, the object has not inside my or student ID, university name. It's all in my class. But then the object is only for this type of things. Only the hash cat, this. Understand? So let's continue. Okay, this one. No, not this one. Where is my method? Overloading. It's a nice question. Can we overload main methods? Main method? Can we overload? Yes, you can. You can overload main method using different parameters. Because the main method, string args, normally we will do only without array. I can declare the only, or you can declare also the main methods like without parameters. But do you have any questions regarding this one? If I declare so many main methods, how many methods I can declare? Like, I'm just copying this one. You see, it will okay. Then I can print I am main. Then with parameters, what is called args. Even I can create another method without parameters. So my question is, which one will call by operating system, by JVM? Which one? All. No. Only the VM will call this one, this signature. So what's for the using the different main method? Eka? So I can call, it depends on the container case. Okay. Because I just want to call from here, like main using maybe Eka. I can call main only from here. Then you see when I call it, I'm main in Eka. Then after that it will call, because I call it before running the first line. If I declare this after this one, it will call there, no problem. So main method also can be overloaded. It's overloaded. Nuri,
Yes, sir.
are you fine? Show your
Yeah,
face.
yeah. I am
Show your
working, sir.
show your lovely face.
Wait, sir. I wear my hijab first.
Show your lovely face.
Okay,
Hello.
sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Do you understand or not?
Yeah, I am doing.
Oh, you're doing okay. Do you have any problem?
So far, no.
Okay, nice. Then Shirajun Nabi,
Yes,
are you with mobile
I'm
phone?
trying, sir.
Or you are trying, or do you understand, or do you have any question?
No, sir. So far, still no.
Okay.
But I have one question, but
What?
previous. Can I, sir?
Yeah, you can.
So can I share my screen?
Obviously. Mhm. Teacher T1.
Yes, sir.
You should put the meaningful name, okay? Not T1, T2, T3 like that, okay?
Yes,
Teacher
sir.
assistant person, okay.
Sir, my question is here.
Mhm.
Extends, but actually I understand extends. So why I put here extends instead of other things?
Other thing means what is others?
Like I put here extend to come up the previous one here.
Yeah, you're extending your parent class.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So it means why I cannot write the in look, okay, let's say if I write the same things again here instead of extends, so what it will be?
Oh, that means you are talking about why I should put person class, isn't it?
This is
Oh, because if you think that, okay, why I need my father?
sir, actually
I
this
am
is good
alone in the world, why we are extending because of like you feel like you have a bike,
Yes,
but there are couple types of bike: the mountain bike, the road bike, isn't it?
yes, sir.
The bike can have the common property. Bike can have the common functionality. Like bike can uh, run, bike can brake, huh?
Yes,
Speed up and brake. Bike can have. But mountain bike is a special kind of braking system that doesn't have in the road bike. Understand?
yes, sir.
Even you have some specialized code or the property you can have, but some common property is same as the road bike and the mountain bike we have. So why should I use the same property for mountain bike and same property for the road bike? Better I should use in a common place so that it will be easy to understand the common place. So the code reusability will be there, okay? The common behavior, the common methods can be put in common place so that I don't want to write again and again the same code for the mountain bike, the same code for the road bike. Rather, I put that common code in my bike class. Understand?
Yes, sir.
This is the sharing. Sharing and caring are the same code, reusable code. That's why that's why this is object-oriented technology. Otherwise, for the C, you have to write by your own again and again.
Yes. So it's also we can say that it's a the short
Uh,
things to do. Yes.
no, not. You can say that how to reuse our code because the person have the code, same code that is similar that can be used in teacher class. That also can be used in student class. So why I should create the same method in teacher class and the same method in the student class at the same time? So better I put in the common place. So
Yes.
extension is like a type of, it's called the type of because the student is a type of person. A student is a type. Teacher is also type of person. That's why we call is a relationship. Teacher is a person. A student is a person. So what the person have some common property that you have also and me also, isn't it? The student and teacher can have some common property and common methods. So I always use that common property and common methods is a come from the common place. But what the specialization of the teacher? Because I can teach, you cannot teach. Person cannot teach, isn't it?
Yes.
Person can work, person can sleep, person can eat. So that eat the same thing the student can also, the teacher can also. So the same eat, sleep, and work is if I define again and again for the teachers, for the students, for the other persons like. So what I should do? That is the common behavior. The common methods should be in the common place, so that we can reuse the code.
All right, sir. Understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then anyone? Jadan? Jadan, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? Feeling well, honestly. Or you don't understand? Any
No,
confusion?
I do understand.
Okay, thank you. Mansoor?
Sir?
Yeah, can't.
Sir, I think I have a problem when I'm writing in the methods.
Which one?
I can't make a method right now because I don't know why.
Sorry, I don't understand. Method?
Yeah.
Which method?
Can I press up my screen?
Yeah. So you should say, I have a questions. I need to share my screen first. Then I'm okay. Because you are talking. I'm just cannot get touch with this. What basically the question.
This one, sir.
Can you make it bigger?
Okay.
Print so many things. Maybe this is. Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, maybe it is in the general. Okay, no problem. I'm just coming near. Okay. Then what's the problem?
Okay, first of all, okay. First of all, if I try to make a method, it's a problem.
Oh, why inside the parenthesis? This is your what is called. This is. Oh no, this parenthesis line number 21 is a closing parenthesis of your constructor. No, go that side. This is the line number 21.
21.
This is the closing parenthesis of the constructor method, and you want to declare another method inside the one method. Okay.
Oh, so that's the problem. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. So cut this one. No. After print. Okay, after print, because you want to print when a construction is calling.
Okay.
I'm talking about this one, the print out, then this system.out.print line number 17. Is it in the constructor?
No, I don't want to. I want to put this one under a method.
Okay, another method.
Yeah.
Okay, so declare is the method first outside this parenthesis, outside the constructor. Yeah, here. then open close brackets, yeah, then cut this one. Okay, then go inside this. Okay,
Okay, no, it's fine, sir.
yeah,
All right, thank you.
run it.
Okay, I got it. Mm, yeah, it's working, sir.
Okay. Mansoor, are you there, Mansoor? Afghan, Juberi,
Yes, sir.
don't you have any question?
No, sir.
No, it means everything is going through. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, nice. Then method overloading as a type promotions, method, I'm just omitting this one for now. Okay, later you just go the type, the type is a byte, then short, then int, then long. Everything is coming from this overloading, because the byte is a memory related. I'm not talking about this too much. Then method overloading with type promotions, what is called the type promotions. You see, the sum method, we have the sum method with integer and the long. Integer and long, it is the same, isn't it? So when it is overloaded, the sum, what basically the 20 value, is it integer or long? So now the second integer literal will be the promoted to long because of the it's declared is long. So that is, it's called type promotion. Because 20 is integer, but the long is bigger than integer, so it is promoted. So when you declare any value, like maybe it is byte, maybe it is short, maybe it is uh, int, or maybe it is long. So in that case, the best thing will be declared by according to this one. Because the long is declared, so your 20 will be the long. Okay, Juberi.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
I was having the suggestion or an advice.
Sorry.
I was have a suggestion or
Okay.
advice. Yes. Sometimes for me, I face some difficulties because it's better if you change from one topic to another. For example, at the first you was talking about the encapsulation, and then now we're talking about the polymorphism, right? So,
Yeah,
so it is
because of
easy. It is good if you change the topic and then also to write again the code, because if you prefer from previous code, you
oh,
find confusing me sometimes. Yes.
okay. That means you want that the each and every code should be different.
Yes. Because sometimes you are neglecting the codes. You add this, you add this, so sometimes you confuse me.
Okay, that means when I am talking about the encapsulations, my code will be there for encapsulations.
Yes, only
Okay,
encapsulation.
okay,
You must
understand.
have only confusing this.
Okay, understand. Okay, understand. Thank you very much for your great suggestion.
Thank you too.
Because there's some topics, why I'm going this way, the topics is overlapping. Hmm? So inheritance, then method overloading is also the polymorphism. Also, I can use in the inheritance also. So the polymorphism, basically the method overloading within the class is okay, but it is not complete method overloading. When you will be asked that, okay, I have two classes, the parent child class, and I have this work method in two different methods in two different class. Hmm? Is it overloading or overriding? So that time you need to understand what is basically the overloading. So in that case, I need to code all the sets of the same code in different packages, isn't it? So when I will go for this polymorphism, that means I need to the same code I need to have in polymorphism also. This is your asking. So so far I'm for the next one I will do this for method overloading. Is a method overloading. I'm here, so I want to declare this polymorphism is a method overloading. So what I need to do, I need to create another package for method overloading. METHOD method OVR over LOA method overloading. Okay. So then I need to create a file like what I should put the name. Mm, 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 mm. Maybe animal. Okay, animal class. Okay, I have the animal class. Another, I will make a class for dog class. Within the dog class, I will extend. No, for method overloading also the same thing. Okay, before method overloading, I'm just declaring some. It will take time to private maybe string name. Okay, dog has only one name, nothing else, and I will declare for public void. Then I cannot see your screen. Why? Oh, you need to pin it. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Okay. Then the animal can walk. Animal can walk. So I will put this walk method. Then sysout. I will call dog. Sorry, dog can walk. Dog can walk. So if I have the same method for the dog, like in speed, so I just use this speed. I have two methods with the same name. That's why it's called overloading. The overloading. Even if I declare, this is the simple overloading I'm talking about. The different parameters. So overloading, that means overloading polymorphism. You can have this code here, okay? And I can have another overloading class for your understanding that. For understanding, this can be speed is double. A single parameter, but different data types. Okay. Another, I'm just calling by different. Okay, maybe integer. Okay. So it is called, you see, this is exception. No? This is exception. Why? because the same name and the signature is always you have already. So if I change the return type, cannot be possible. So if I ask a question, okay, the same signature means the same name with the same parameter sets. Is it possible to change the return type to create method overloading? The answer is no. So because the return type is not participate to create or distinguish for the method overloading. So you cannot create this type of methods. Even you cannot create this type of method using double also, because double also you have the same signatures. You see, now this is highlighted the corner you have already. So one thing I can do for like speed, and you see now it will be okay. Direction that I want to put it here. Okay, direction. Direction. It's okay. But within the class, method overloading is fine. But if I extend the classes, extend the class with animal, extends, extends then animal. And if we have the same class here, same class in animal, okay, I have just a method, nothing else. So what will be event? This is called animal. Animal can walk. Now you see, when your dog will walk, the same method you have in a parent class, but in the parent class, if I omit this one from this, what will be happen? Can we use this animal class walk? Jubiri?
I think we cannot because it is omitted there.
You cannot. Cannot or can?
Cannot.
Cannot. Okay. Okay. Cannot or cannot. Okay. Uh, because of extension. Dog will have the same class. Dog will have the same method can be accessible through dog. Feel like I'm just going to app class. I just want to use this. I'm just off this methods and this methods. then I will declare dog what's called pet equal to new dog. Okay, but you have to put the name because of parameterized constructor I have declared. Okay, so now pet dot walk. You see, it's coming from animal. So if you call this walk, it will say animal can walk. Understand? And if you put a variable like 12, as a dog can walk 12. The speed is 12 now. So maybe you understood Okay, but I just want to speed in SPDD speed. It's called int. Then I'll use work speed and double, so that you can understand what basically is called. And it is declared, okay, in SP double D. Okay, and direction is there with two direction. Yeah. Now you see, if I declare this one, what will be called? Which method? If I use this 12, what will be called? Juberi? Which method will be called?
Come again, sir.
Which method will be called? In dog, yes, correct. So it will be called, yeah, int. But if you put this 0.5, automatically it will select this one is a double. So, but if you omit this one, let's omit this one. You see, animal can walk. So what you need to do now is a method overloading. Okay, can you try double and float, sir? Okay, float is what is called. Okay, I'm just giving this one. FLOAT FLO. But the thing is, which one will be called? Isn't it? Float will be the different notations, like the for engineering, or the declares the float basically for engineering purpose. So what I need to do, I just want to put this. Maybe that should be the casting. 12.5. Which one basically is calling? Let me check. The double is calling. So if I casting like FLOAT, then the float is called, because it's a, by default it's a double because of what is the why it is doubled, because of double is it's a what is called type promotions. It's called the type promotion. Where's my screen? This one. It's called type promotion. You see, the double is the best promoted before float. So in then float, then double. Double is the highest level promoted data type. That's why it's called. Understand? Yeah. Who asked me? Eka. Understand, Eka?
Yes, sir. But can you try copy and paste the float before the double?
So copy and paste where?
The float one. You put float after the double, right?
Float after the double. Oh, no. It's not matter. Okay, that means you want to do it this like this.
Yeah, just curious.
No. Because this type promoted type promotion is the main issue. So if I omit this one, automatically select which is promoted, best promotion. The double is the highest promoted areas. That's why it will be called
Also, it will choose the higher one.
a higher one, highest one, not a higher one also. So if I call it this, if I call it long, put it long here. Automatically, if I call 12, what will be called?
Long.
Yeah, the long. Why it is? Why? Something gone. 12 is. Should not be. Let me test for you.
Are they
Okay.
in the same class?
Let me check. Let me check whether you are correct.
Oh no.
Why it's a time? Um, what's the problem? Maybe I just want to test again for another class called byte or byte. Let me check. It's int called. Why? Because if I omit this int first, okay. If I omit this int, how can I? Yeah, just omit this one. Then let me check. No, the long is called. Okay. So why? Okay, maybe if I omit this one. Now float is called. That means byte is one character. That means up to 128 bytes. But float is also the typecasting is there. Okay. Maybe short, long. It should be long. Maybe I need to check whether there is new specification or not, because this notation is the declare this one, but it's a type promotion. Why not the consequence figure the type promotion? I need to ask Google.
Yeah, I just asked Google, but I cannot find the answer.
No, maybe the latest version of Java can be changed. Because
Okay.
everything is done by the developers. What basically it will call. This is the you can call the if you change the operator precedence, then the mathematics will be changed, isn't it? So basically the build the Java, they maybe changed it, but still we are backdated maybe. But they thought that okay, this is totally feeling that everybody is using the integer. Uh, uh, that's why it's a common uses for the integer. That's why you call the integer. Maybe this type of thinking they have. So this is basically the method overloading. So I just want to complete this one, okay, then this is promoted, okay, what is called this promotions int long, okay, it will be automatically in some methods invoked. Okay, there is a matching type arguments, the promotion is not performed. Oh, there is a matching found, okay, matching found, it's called. Now int or some method called matching called. If it is same type, it will be called as integer matching type. Okay, I need to check the specification.
Is it
And
true
then,
that it will be error if
yeah. Then it's another way type promotion is case ambiguity. Case ambiguity, like by two, it will be ambiguous. You cannot do the same things, okay? But you can define types that you would like. Yeah, you can define the types. You can do this before, okay? Understand your point. If I declare the type here, like int or uh, long a, then okay, with value, then put a. Yeah, good understanding. Now float is done. Why float? Oh,
your
because
your code?
I omitted.
Yeah.
Because I omitted. Okay. So it's now okay, fine. Now it's long. Great, Mr. Kant. At least, but when I declare this one, automatically it's selected because of the some notations they have. Like overloading with type promotion is in case ambiguity. So now it's ambiguous. So one type is not by promoted implicitly. Example of this double cannot be promoted in any type implicitly. So if you declare this method, okay, I'm just trying this method like two parameters like this one. I'm just changing, no, int, then long, again, then this is long, oh, sorry. But now what will be called? This is ambiguity. So let me check, and I want to put it void, okay? So that void, no return is required. No return, void, no return, void. Then if I call this, okay, first I need to call 13, then 25. Hey, the problem is the ambiguity problem, okay? The method is ambiguous for the type dog. So what you need to do, you need to put okay, a, then it is okay. Now it checks that, okay, this is a and this is long, maybe. I need to check by using integer and long. Okay, this is This is int, then direction is long. Okay, let me check. Which one is called? Not that one. This is long. Let me check. And this is int. So long and int call. Oh, this is long. Okay, this is long. A is long. That's why. Now it's okay. But if I declare another variable like b, also the long 25. If I declare b, then what will be happen? That will be, oh no, you don't have this method. So you don't have this method. So int, you can do this. Okay, now understood, isn't it? Then the next overloading. What's called overloading? Where is my overloading class? Juberi?
Yes, sir.
Have you got
Yes,
the
yes,
point now?
yes. I get the point now.
Okay, great. Now method overriding is the same, this dynamic, only dynamic, okay? That's why I am talking about this one, okay? It's a method overriding. The similar, see the subclass, like the child class, has the same method as declared the parent class. It's known as method overriding. So what is basically I just want to see the subclass and main class have the same method. Like this method, okay, walk. I'm just using the same method, same signature within the dog class. Within this dog class. What will be happen if I call this? And now this is called dog can walk. What will be happen if I call this, Juberi? The same method you have for the dog as well as the animal. Same method. Okay. The same method you have the dog class and as well as the animal class. Now if I call, what will be called? Which method will be called? Is it dog one or animal one? Because dog has extends for the animal, okay? You believe? Put a in front of, okay. Juberi?
I think it will be Douglas.
Yeah, it will be Douglas. Great. You see the dog can walk. So this is called overriding. That is, it is defined when the program is run. Because the same thing, same method. So the program will, when the program will run, it will decide it. Okay. So overriding. In other words, in a subclass provide the specific implementation of the method that has been declared by one of the parent class. It is known as method overriding. And that means why you are declaring here? Because of you have some special things. Okay, you are not satisfied with your parent class object method. That's why you are declaring by your own. Because when you call, it's called animal can walk, but I'm dog. So why should you just call the dog can walk? So this is very special. And dog can walk fast. I can FRST. Especially that is dog walk and the what other the what is the tortoise walk is not same. Hmm? So this is the special walking. Okay. Um, Another thing is now go for this definition. Now use of Java method overriding. There is overriding is used to provide a specific implementation of the method which is already provided by its superclass or parent class. So the method overriding is used for runtime polymorphism. How many polymorphism we have, Jubiri?
There are two types of polymorphism.
Name them.
Static and dynamic.
Yeah, static and dynamic, or it's called compile time or runtime. It's called early or late. Okay, the rules of method overriding. What is the rules? Rules should be the same name as the parameters you have. And the same parameters set you have also. And have to have the easy relationship, like inheritance. Without inheritance, you cannot have the method overriding. Okay, so there are three rules. One rule is the same name as the parents we have, and another is the same parameters also, and there is inheritance. Okay, then this is the example that we have already done it. This is the example. It's a run method, and this method basically the bike is a vehicle. So bike is a vehicle. So like bike can have also the what is called this is not the overriding. It's just I'm just extending so that I can use this run method. It's not the example of it's without method overriding. This one is with method overriding. What is it? They have the parent has the run method, and the bike has also the child class also the run method. But it's a different. You already know. So when you call this method, the run will call this the child class specialist. Okay, there's an example of the banking system. Like the bank is it's a common bank is the bank has some properties like bank has some interest rate. All banks are giving the interest rate. Okay, but different bank has different interest rate. So this bank SBI, this has also the interest rate is different. ISICI is also the same different interest rate. So X is also the different interest rate. So that's why we just redeclare the same method as the bank has. That's why we require to rewrite our code because of I have the different methods. So you see the bank interest rate is 0. The bank has no interest rate, but have the method. But the SBI is 8%, this bank 7%, this bank is 9% interest rate. So when you call the S, this is called SBI object. When you call this method, the object will be, not this bank method will be called, okay? So this is the example. Can we override a static method? This is called no. Static method cannot be overridden because it's a totally class specific. A static method cannot be overridden. It can be proved by runtime polymorphism, so that you will learn it later, okay? It can be proved by runtime polymorphism, okay? When can we override a static method? Why? Sorry, why? It is because the static method is bound with class, whereas the instance method is bound with objects. So static belongs to the class area and instance belong to the heap area instance. That is the memory location you have. So static method cannot be overriding. You can check it by giving in the animal class. If you put the static method here, static, see, it's a problem with this static. Oh no, static method cannot be. So remove static. Give us the remove static. You see, it's already removed. So the thing is, if you do, okay, I want to do static again. Static. So what will be happened? So static method I'm calling. So let me check. This is cannot be called this way. So what can I do? I can do by dog. So dog can. So static method can be overridden if it is both are static. The parent as well as the child class have the static, then that time you can do it. But without static, you cannot do that. Then, can you override Java main method? No, because of static method is there. This is the difference between the object overloading and overriding. You will learn it, okay? I already discussed all the things. Java access modifier with method overriding. Like if you protected method you have, and if you want to declare the same method here, because this is the child class, simple is a child class, a class is a parent class. So the default modifier more restrictive than protected, more restricted than protected. That's why there is a compilation error. What compilation error? You have to put promoted more restricted. That means more restriction you can promote it. So you can put private also. Let me check whether it is working fine. So I want to put PRO protected. Then work is a protected. Let me run it. So there is a problem. What problem? It's a non-static. Sorry. What's problem? Problem is unresolved compilation problem. Cannot make a static reference with non-static method. Oh, let me check. Okay. Let me check this one. Okay. Problem with this one. So PAT. Now I want to check it. Now it's okay. So if you do it by protected, you can promote it to public. If this is this is maybe, where is my animal class? If it is protected, then what is called? If you can private it, VAT, it's called, you see, there is an error. What's called? Change visibility dog can protected. Up to protected at least. Cannot be private. So you can put protected. So that the child will be called by this, the baby dog will call this one also. But you cannot put it private. So it's also done. Then exception handling, I'm not talking about the exception handling. Okay, so far it's okay because it's fine. Then method overriding is done. So I don't want to continue the next topic today. The encapsulations. I will discuss later next class on encapsulations. Okay, any question? Navid? Juberi?
No questions so far, sir.
Okay. That means what you have learned today? You have learned static keyword. You have learned polymorphism, both like method overloading and method overriding. And what else you have learned? This is all about, isn't it?
Yes, that's all.
Yeah. And some little bit of this, comparing with this static and instance variable and class variable, as well as the local variable. So any other question? No. Should I continue the final keyword?
Sir, give me some break, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I think today we have learned a lot of things, even new. If we give more, then we can learn something.
Okay. But it's a short semester. I'm thinking about the short semester. How can I cover everything within this semester?
So now you can discuss about our next week quiz.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So after the break, or we can continue so that after the discussions we can adjourn our class today. I will give and submit your code in assignment as okay.
Okay, sir. Just explain in a quiz, then we'll finish our class.
The explanation is quiz is for short written questions. Okay, some short written questions, some maybe MCQ.
So how many questions will be there?
10 to 20.
It's about the marks.
About the marks is 10 to 20 marks I will put. But question maybe if I give you short questions, not more than 4.
All right. So, sir, how many quizzes we have? Also, how many tests and our final project? And sir, now every week we are doing assignments. It will be include about our assignments, or it will be marking.
Yeah, I will consider it for marking.
All right, sir.
Assignment so that everything will be. But the formal assignments I will give you with the rubrics, so that the marks distribution will be visible. I will take some portions of the regular assignments, but I have some two assignments, or one or two assignments I will give you formally. That will be with the rubrics. Understand?
Yes, sir. Sir, one more thing I want to know, that is it possible to release our marks?
Which mark?
Like the last semester you release only quiz marks.
Oh, I already the result is published.
I mean our third semester. So it's like after quiz or after test, can you release the marks?
Okay, in Google Classroom this semester.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, I will check it.
Individually, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Huh. Do you have any question or not? Anyone? Okay. So we can adjourn today's class for a complete break. Okay. So today's topics you have to cover method overloading, method overriding with sample code. I'm just creating an assignment for you so that you can submit. Assignment. I'll use it in frameworks for polymorphism. Polymorphism. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sir, can you after class can you share your class recording class?
Yeah, obviously. I will download this first, then because it will generate later on.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Please knock me after that at least 1 or 2 hours it will require for preparing the video. When you joined, I didn't notice.
Just few minutes earlier, sir.
Okay. So today basically I covered polymorphism mostly. That is method overloading and method overriding. Like the method overloading focuses on static polymorphism, that is called compile time polymorphism. Polymorphism is nothing but the multiple methods with the same name but in the different signature. So it will be unique. There are a couple of ways we can do that, like number of parameters and the type of parameters, the arrangements of the type of parameters. And we have covered also the type promotions, like when we call any method, like by using a number may be integer or long, so that can be automatically selected by which one basically should be called, which method. And we have covered method overriding, this called dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism. So what basically determined when the program is running, and it's called overriding. Dynamic polymorphism or runtime polymorphism focus is we are imposing the overriding. That means the same methods with the same signature, exactly same. If your parent class have you want to create by your own the same signature class, because of the method you are not satisfied with that method. That's why you are recreating your same method, but the process of the method may be different from the parents. That's why we just called the specialized methods. Because the override is also always belongs to the inheritance properties. Without inheritance, the overriding is not possible. So overriding is, so I want to override my parents' methods. I want to override. What is called override? Because I want to put my method on my parent method, so that the parent method will be will not call. My method will call. This is because of the specialized. So we know that inheritance is called the generalization specializations. The child class is a specialized class. That's why our method will be specialized if it's the same. If it is not same, the methods we are common, that we are not declaring this one, we can reuse my parents class methods. Okay. Mr. Kant asking me, sir, method overriding is similar to inheritance. Yeah, method overriding is not inheritance. Method overriding is polymorphism. It's a method, and the inheritance is the way of one pillar is called the reusability of the code, nothing else. So it's a parent-child relationships is the one kind of relationship. So overriding is depends on these relationships, nothing else. Inheritance, for overriding, you have to impose when it is inherited. Otherwise, is overloading within the same class. But overloading is also possible in the inheritance also, because the same class, different signature can be same method in different signature can be in my like child class, and in different signature with the same name in parent class also. So in that case also the overloading is possible in inheritance. So far, understand? Because you see that when you declare an inheritance, like animal and dog is a child class of the animal parent class. So when I create any object of dog, automatically the parent class object will be declared. That's you know from the inheritance. So when you feel like, okay, the header file is like that, your method and header method, if it is same, C cannot provide, you cannot create your own printf method, because already declared in your stdio.h. So if it is C, the object-oriented facilitate us for overriding. That's why I can do it in Java, in object-oriented technology. But in structured programming, like in C, you cannot create a printf method by your own, because it's a common. But you cannot use also the method overloading in C, because the same name with different parameters cannot be possible in C also. But the parent-child relationships in object-oriented technology, when we create an instance of the child class, the parent class method instance will be automatically created. That's why the parent class method and your child class method is all together. You think that, okay, the same methods. same areas of methods. That means your method is there. The parents' methods and your methods is altogether the same. So if it is the signature and the same method is different, it will be overloading. If it is the same, it will be overriding. Understand? Somehow, yes. Somehow, yes. Now, yes. So, plus, please do yourself the practice it and submit in the assignment. Okay. I have already shared the slides, so you can go through the slides, then you practice it. Okay. Nobody's talking.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Or I will still here to see after 2 hours. It will, you will submit here now.
My brain is not working, sir.
My brain is not working. That means you are not doing now, isn't it?
No, I focus on your class full time. Then it's 2 hours.
2
My
hours.
mind fully loaded. I want to reload again, restart again my brain.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any other question from any other students? Popo, and where is Anisa? Popo, do you have any question? Okay. Okay, thank you very much then. Keeping silent only for keeping silent and continuing the length of video will be increased then. Pika? Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Nice day.